Good evening. Welcome to Fearless and Bold. This is the first show, and today we are celebrating the gift of life. My name is Tracy Amadi, a two-time kidney recipient, and today marks my first year anniversary for my second kidney. And I would like to thank my kidney donor for the gift that she gave me. I cannot express the gratitude that I have in my heart for the gift that she gave me. I'm able to live my life the fullest and to be the best that I can be and to live my life fearlessly and boldly. And I welcome each and every one of you. Um, my prayer is that the donor family knows that their family member is cherished so much in my heart. And I want to thank them for the decision that they made to become for their loved one to be a donor. And because I am living my life the fullest, I'm here today. And out of fear and hesitation, procrastination, um, I did not want to do this show, but I feel that I have to honor my donor. And hopefully, I will encourage those who are going through the same thing. Maybe not with dialysis, but there's other issues and other battles people are fighting. And I just want to give an encouraging word, inspire them that they could be a overcomer and they could be a survivor for the things, for what they are going through. I am celebrating the gift of life, not only once, but twice. I've received my first transplant through a kidney exchange program that my son and I participated in. And you're going to hear our story from him and other donors, living donors, and recipients of various kidney transplants. So you're going to hear some fantastic stories, and you can see the importance of organ donation. And now I would like to introduce and present to you Kelly Bonventry from New Jersey Sharing Network. Kelly is a manager. Kelly is the manager of community service at New Jersey Sharing Network, and she oversees the communications and public education departments. Kelly enjoys sharing her passion for organ donation, working with and supporting donor families, and being part of the New Jersey Sharing Network team. So let's welcome Kelly.
Thank you
Welcome,
so
Kelly.
Thank you so much for this amazing opportunity to be here and to share our life-saving message. And thank you, and being part of such a special celebration for you personally. And I want to say thank you for being such a beautiful inspiration for those that are still waiting for an organ transplant, and for those who have received the gift, and for all that you do to honor your donor. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the opportunity to be here with you.
And thank you for accepting the invitation. I have some series of questions for you. Hopefully you could educate those people who are watching today. And please tell me, what is New Jersey Sharing Network organization?
So the New Jersey Sharing Network is the federally designated organ procurement organization for the state of New Jersey. We provide hope for the nearly 4,000 New Jersey residents that are currently waiting for a life-saving transplant. And we are part of the national recovery system for over the 100,000 people that are on the national wait list. We manage and facilitate all aspects of deceased organ and tissue donation and transplantation.
Okay, thank you. And what organs and tissues can be donated?
So, one organ donor can save 8 lives. The organs that can be donated by a deceased donor include heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, pancreas, and intestine. Lungs and kidneys can both be split based upon the recipient's need and can go to the same recipient or can go to two different recipients. And tissue
Mhm.
that can be donated includes the gift of bones, skin grafts, saphenous veins. We also are able to do tendon and ligament transplants. So the corneas, the gift of tissue is again another beautiful gift. And one tissue donor can impact the lives of over 75 people.
Wow, so a lot of people can be benefit from one donor, and that's the reason why
Absolutely.
it's so important for people to consider being a donor because of the fact that they could save so many lives. And
Absolutely.
I'd like to know, a lot of people don't know this. Does the donor have to live in the same state as the recipient? And how
No,
does that
actually,
work?
sure. No, actually, they do not. We import and export organs across state lines. The ultimate goal is for the as many lives to be saved as possible. So you do not need to live in the same state as your donor. We are going to make sure that that organ is goes to the person who has is the best possible match and who has the best chance of maintaining that transplant. And sometimes they do not live in the same state.
Great. And I know that the first time that I received my kidney, it was through a living kidney donation. So, what organs other than the kidney can be donated through the live organ exchange?
Sure. So living donors, as you very well know, can donate kidneys as well as a portion of their liver. Recipients and donors can live with one kidney. And the liver, you would not donate your complete liver, obviously. You would be donating as a living donor a portion or a segment of your liver, which will grow to full size in the recipient, and the donor's liver will regenerate to full size. So you can be a living kidney
Well,
donor or a living liver donor.
well, and you know what? I didn't even know that. You learn something new every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and to what we were just discussing earlier a few days ago about um, about the living kidney donor exchange program and how many people there has been a top number of that exchange. Can you share that number with us?
Sure. We're very happy to share that the largest living kidney exchange chain program in New Jersey started in 2015, and that resulted in 32 donors being able to give the gift of kidney to 32 recipients. So 64 people, all told and together, were involved in that chain. And we're really excited to share that that whole process took place at Cooperman Barnabas Hospital, Cooperman Barnabas Medical Center. And it was originated by a sharing network volunteer. It was something as simple as one of our sharing network volunteers having a very simple conversation with a living donor at one of our 5K celebration of life events. And he was so inspired after having that conversation that he made the decision to be an altruistic kidney donor and wanted to be part of an exchange program to multiply the impact and the effect of how many people would be able to receive the gift. And he was able
Well,
to start that chain. Yep. And 32 people received kidneys. So it was an amazing, beautiful chain.
well, and it shows that only takes one person. And I'm going to share a poem about that. So I'll share that poem later on. And I know in 2022 there has been a milestone reached uh, not nationwide. So what number was that?
So nationwide, where we were so excited to be part of another growing trend in showing support for organ and tissue donation, the United States in September of 2022 recorded the millionth transplant within this country. A beautiful milestone to be able to celebrate, recognizing the number of lives that have been able to be saved. And we also see right here in New Jersey, due to the generosity of our donors and our donor families, that we have seen record growth in the sharing network over the past 4 years, with more organ donors and more organs transplanted and more lives saved than ever before. In addition to the millionth transplant milestone nationwide, the sharing network in 2022, we're happy to report, had 283 organ donors, a record for the single most donors in a single year in New Jersey, with 670 organs being transplanted. Again, another milestone. So we're really happy to recognize the generosity of people living in the Garden State who are saying yes to organ and tissue donation.
Great. That's really, really good news. And hopefully in 2023, those numbers can be topped.
Yes,
And now
we still yep, I do want to iterate that there is still a huge need for donors to come forward. 100,000 people currently waiting in the United States, 4,000 people waiting right here in the state of New Jersey. So as happy as we are to share all these wonderful numbers and milestones, we recognize that the work still needs to be done and there are more lives to be saved.
Great. And I just want to take the time. I see that Kaim is logged on. Deborah and Atia, good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. Now it is the time. I'm very excited. Hi, Naomi. How are you? Now I'm very excited to show the videos of live kidney donors, as well as recipients of various organ donations. Let it rip. Hamjad, you could just roll the video, all the videos. The first one is my son, Emmanuel Amadi. He donated
my
the
name's
kidney.
Emmanuel Amadi. I am talking today about my experience with my kidney donation. Who did I donate to? I donated to another couple. Myself and my mother, we weren't compatible together, so we had to use another couple. The husband donated to my mom, and I donated to the wife. How did I feel after the surgery? I was a baby. I felt like poo-poo. I was not good. My mom was up and about within days. I think for me, it took me like 2 weeks of just being down and out. Not a lot of pain, just a lot of discomfort in the stomach, just a lot of gas pressure. Recuperation, it really was just me just relaxing. It was just really, like I said, a lot of the pressure in my lower stomach area, not pain per se, but just was uncomfortable. It just took a little time to pass because I did do the surgery laparoscopically, so it was, they cut little holes around my belly. Encouraging words that I have to anybody thinking about doing this or even just have any questions. Honestly, the first thing is knowledge. I would literally sit down and talk to your doctor about any concerns or comments. I mean, the answer was easy for me because it was my mom, and I would do anything to help my mom. So when she asked me to, I had no worry about that. But honestly, I get to live my life the same as I did before. There's really no changes in diet, no changes in attitude, no changes in my daily life. It really just took the 2 weeks away from me. And for that, for my mother's comfort, I think the 2 weeks was well worth it. But like I said, for each his own, but honestly, the most important thing you can do is just get answers from professionals and take your worries to them and have them explain certain things to you, because again, a lot of things seem scary until somebody explains it for you. And this is just a little bit of just my experience about the kidney donation, the journey. I mean, it was interesting to see my mom going from dialysis and not having to do dialysis, and that just brings me the biggest smile. Just being able to know that I helped not only my mom, I helped somebody else's life, and that's just very important for me. So thank you for the time.
Hamjad, you could play the next video, please.
Hi, I'm Chris Bryant, and I'm the recipient of multiple organ transplants over several years. I have diabetes, so in 2005, I needed a kidney transplant, which I received from a living donor, my very first hero. A year later, in 2006, I received my very first pancreas transplant. It was awesome, as it gave me a better quality of life and time to spend with my family. These have since rejected. So in 2018, I was lucky enough to get a kidney and a pancreas transplant together. It's awesome. I really can't thank my heroes over the years enough, as they have saved my life several times. So I want to say something for those who have donated or that plan to donate. I want to say thank you, for you have given the greatest gift, which is life. Thank you.
What a beautiful tribute to Christopher's donor.
Hello, I am Dr. Patrick Buttle, and I have been asked to speak to you about my experiences and decision with regards to being a living kidney donor. Even as a physician, I personally and professionally didn't know the critical need for organ donation and the fact that there is actually over 100,000 individuals on the national transplant waiting lists, waiting for a life-saving organ transplant. The kidney is the most needed organ at this point in time, and the typical wait time for a kidney transplant is now 3 to 5 years. Over 20 years ago, I made the personal and conscious decision to donate one of my kidneys to a friend and surgical colleague of mine. Just by chance conversation, we found out that we were actually both the same blood type. But otherwise, if you saw us in a photo, we couldn't be more physically different. Unfortunately, Andy was eventually placed on hemodialysis, and I subsequently underwent the medical workup and was found to actually be a very good match for him. Andy eventually accepted my offer, and on December 19, 2002, we underwent our successful recovery and transplant surgeries. My postoperative course was the usual surgical discomfort and some temporary physical restrictions, but otherwise essentially uneventful. I actually went back to work seeing patients within a week. Of course, this was against my own physician's advice, and why should I listen to him, right? But looking back on my decision to donate, not only changed my friend's life for the better, but it also changed the path of mine and my family's lives. Post-donation, I became a physician advocate for organ donation, which eventually resulted in meeting families within the hospital who were making that critical decision for their loved ones of whether or not they will give the gift of life through organ donation. One of those individuals that I became friends with is a young lady, beautiful young lady named Amy. Amy eventually became a spokesperson for the New Jersey Sharing Network, at which point she was able to give the opportunity to tell her story about her brother, Danny, who unfortunately was involved in a motor vehicle accident. Danny had already made the decision to give the gift of life through organ donation, and he saved several other individuals who were on the transplant list. So bear with me, there is more to the story, and I'll get right to it. So over time, in my friendship with Amy, and unbeknownst to me, Amy was out and about socially with many of her friends, and eventually meets my son Vincent, who was wearing his green Donate Life bracelet. Through further discussions, and fast forward, they are now married. She is my wonderful daughter-in-law, and not only have they blessed us with a granddaughter, but there's another granddaughter on the way this June. So I'm often asked if I would donate and do it all over again. My response, and without hesitation, is absolutely yes. Not only was I able to give my friend Andy a better future in life, but my decision to donate gave me all the blessings of friends and relationships that have made my life so very meaningful for me. I hope my story inspires all of you to learn more and educate yourselves about the life-saving benefits of organ donation. Thank you so very much for watching my video. God bless you all, and good night. Thank you.
Can't say enough of the beautiful testimonies that we're hearing today, and it shows that my son was younger than Dr. Huddle, but you see that they're still continually living their best lives after they donated a kidney.
Hi, my name is E. Denise Peoples. Now, I have received some amazing gifts over my lifetime, but there is no gift greater than the gift I received on October 2nd, 2006. I received a double lung transplant. My donor and my donor family are on my heart and mind every single day. I live in a grateful way to say thank you. Remember, there is no gift greater than the gift of life.
Amen. That's the only thing that I can say, that the gift of life is a beautiful thing.
Hi, my name is Lena Sandu, and I'm a two-time kidney transplant recipient. I received my first kidney transplant in 1997 and the second one in 2015. I am very fortunate to have been the recipient of the gift of life, not once, but twice. And I'm very grateful every day to be living a healthy and happy life.
Again.
Hi, my name is Tony Moyet, and I am a certified responder for the World Trade Center. I got sick in January 2018 and was diagnosed with COPD and emphysema. In January 2019, I was put on disability, and at the end of 2020, I was told that I was terminally ill. I needed a double lung transplant to live, and on 4th of July of 2021, I received my double lung transplant. I have my new lungs now for just over a year and a half, and I am enjoying life with my family and my friends. I'd like to thank my hero, my donor, and his family for my second chance of life. And I'd like to thank the New Jersey Sharing Network, not only for myself, but for everyone that they have helped throughout all the years, and those that they will help in the future. If you are not a donor, please, please, please become one. It is so easy to become one and save a life. My daughter.
What a phenomenal, beautiful tributes to the donors and the recipients. Like I said before, Dr. Huddle and Emmanuel shows that after they donated a kidney, that they're still living good lives. They're fulfilling their purpose. They're doing the things that they enjoy. And that's one of the things that I know that people are hesitant to be a live kidney donor, is because they feel that the life will be different. And you just saw two examples of people who, from different backgrounds, different ages, as to when they donated, they're still living a good life. And then the donors are so, the recipients are so grateful of receiving their needed organ. And people don't realize, and I said this, I always said this when I was on dialysis, you don't appreciate what you have, your good health, all your organs functioning, until you lose it. And it's a special and amazing gift when you receive, so you appreciate life much, much more. Organ and tissue donations can mean the difference between life and death and the quality of life. And if you don't feel comfortable registering as a donor on your license, you can express your wishes to your family. Don't keep it to yourself, because if you don't tell your family members what you want, they won't be able to fulfill your wishes. And Kelly, I would like to know, do you have any last words concerning what was talked about today?
Of course. Such a beautiful program. And again, thank you, Tracy, for putting this all together. And we'd like to thank our Sharing Network volunteers for sharing their powerful stories. It is hard to do this work and not be moved each and every day by those powerful, powerful stories. We see what donation makes possible every single day, the lives that donation can save, and how grateful our recipients are, but not only to the recipients, but also to our donor families. How having their loved ones being able to give the gift of life helps them in their healing and in their grieving. And it gives them an opportunity to find peace and comfort moving forward, knowing that their loved ones did not die in vain, knowing that their loved ones were able to give the gift, and how that absolutely helps them moving forward. So we are so grateful to our Sharing Network volunteers. We honor our donor heroes each and every day at the Sharing Network, and we support our donor families and our transplant recipients each and every day. And as Tracy said, share your wishes with your family. We encourage people to register either through the DMV or through the National Registry. But again, if you're not comfortable doing that, just have a conversation with your family and let them know what you would want. So, God forbid, at the darkest time of their life, when they've lost a loved one, they know what their loved one's wishes are, and they are in a position to honor those wishes.
Correct. And in conclusion of the show, um, life is so precious, and we need to celebrate each and every day. And despite our racial differences, we are all connected by the thread of humanity. And this is the poem I wrote in 2014, a year after I received my kidney. One voice can change the minds of many. A few pairs of hands can feed a village. The power of we can change the world. We are all connected by the thread of the tapestry of humanity. And at this time, I would like to thank Kelly for being on the show. And, and I'd like to give special thanks to Emmanuel, Tony, Lena, Dr. Huddle, I'm sorry, Christopher, and Denise for sharing their amazing stories. And also, and last but not least, I would like to thank HJB Production. He is the executive producer of Sierra Cast TV, and he does promotional videos for businesses. He does weddings, photography, real estate photography, videos, food photography, and he also produces live stream events like this one. And one last thing before I conclude. If you are above ground, you are truly blessed. Celebrate the gift of life. Live your life in purpose. Be fearless and bold, and remember who you are. And remember, we are all connected by the tapestry of humanity. I'm signing off until next time. If you have any questions, you can go to fearless and bold at gmail.com. You could also contact New Jersey Sharing Network. And I hope that you enjoy my first show. And I hope that you will come again. Have a good night.